Why you, baby? Daddy calls you this as if he wants to talk about the children they want. But that will never happen. Are you sure you're naive? Scrappy is probably trying to win me back right now. He sends flowers to my house every day and wants to do family activities, but I'm not interested in that at all. Dixon, Erica, she will support you and your new baby and likely be best friends with the other baby mama as well. But it won't be me. You can spin a block with that one. You get what I mean when I say that I beg my M to go, dude, and it's serious right now. Last night, bro, I was bawling on the floor. Listen. I feel like I'm robbing myself of moments in my life because of my loyalty to someone who never really held me down in any capacity. Scott, why do you talk to her all day? Because that's what she does. Last night I told her I was going through something. I said, yo, I'm trying to understand what's happening with my mother. My mother is dying, and you're being hella dramatic. I have people trying to get in my business about the baby and other things. I'm simply having a calm moment, and I don't even want to. I don't even have the strength to do this. You've talked about me to everyone in the vicinity, mother. But you know what? I'm not going anywhere, and that's why you're angry. I'm not angry with you. B, I really love you. But you blocked her after me. And then you started acting like the person who told her that she wanted to know why you had done so. I saw how you were all going, and I thought, I'm not even, but you know what, SC. I'll tell you this. You were flirting with her for a long time, and you claimed that I was flirting with her because I just wanted everyone to know that I don't give a who a Scrap flirts with. With standing there, Scrappy's hands trembled as he reached for Bambi. His eyes were far away and her expression unreadable. The words he had hoped to hear rang in his head, but they never did, and his heart was racing. The sun was setting, casting an orange glow across the meadow where they stood, and the air felt heavy with tension. He had always found Bambi to be a lovely enigma, and he had always believed that she would eventually see him the way he saw her if he worked hard enough. Ed's gut tightened in knots as he extracted a tiny velvet box from his jacket pocket. This was the moment that would make or break everything. And he had been rehearsing his words for weeks since seeing the years of friendship. Their quiet understanding and their times of laughter all seemed to be leading up to this one crucial moment. And he could picture the joy on her face when she said, "Yes," murmured Scrappy Bambi. Future together, holding hands, and facing the world as one. His heartbeat quickened as she slowly withdrew, her eyes falling to the ground. I care about you, Scrappy, but I don't feel the same way, and I doubt I ever will. He wanted to let her know that this wasn't a passing moment and that he had loved her for so long that she was the only person who had ever fully understood him. Her voice cracked a little. The words felt like a punch to his chest, and for a long time, the surroundings seemed to blur the sky's hues into a dull haze. There was silence between them, the sound of the wind rustling the leaves, and the distant call of a bird, but nothing seemed real. Scrappy's legs felt weak beneath him, and he wanted to get down on his knees and beg her to change his mind. But he knew deep down that this would only make things worse. He opened the box to find the engagement ring sparkling in the soft light. And even though the dream was slipping through his fingers, he couldn't let it go. He didn't know why he was still clutching it or why he hadn't just put it to the left and on the ground. Bambi gave the ring a fleeting glance before grinning sadly back at him. "I apologize, Scrappy," she whispered. "I've always been there for you. Don't you see that I adore you, Bambi? I know, and I'll always care for you. But love isn't something that can be forced. You deserve someone who genuinely feels the same way and who can make you as happy as you deserve to be." Her voice was filled with shame. "I never intended to harm you, Scrappy, because you are one of the most important people in my life. But not in that way." He had always believed he had a chance. But the finality of her words struck him like a cold wave, and he nodded as his voice faltered, the grief leaking through the cracks of his normally hard demeanor. He felt as if the world had changed, and the person he had planned to spend the rest of his life with was vanishing. Yet he couldn't stop the tears from streaming down his face because he knew that love would find a way. With hesitation, Bambi placed a gentle hand on his arm and said, "Please don't be disturbed." Scrappy, who had always enjoyed being strong and reliable, felt weak in that moment because everything in his life had revolved around the possibility of the future with Bambi. And it was gone. He took a shaky breath and tried to steady himself, wanting to push away from her touch to escape the pain. But instead, he found himself staring into her eyes, which he had liked for a long time but now felt like a faraway memory. Tenacious Bambi whispered, "I'll always be here for you," but she turned and left, leaving Scrappy alone in the last of the light. He couldn't tell how long he stood there, staring at the empty spot where Bambi had once been, the weight of her rejection pressing down on him like a heavy burden. The ring in his hand felt like a symbol of everything he had lost. But he knew deep down that he could give up before that day came when Bambi might realize she had made a mistake. He waited for the day that she might return to him because, despite everything, Scrappy couldn't let go of the hope that she would somehow... Ray died. Beyond the horizon, he promised to wait however long it took because, in his heart, love was never meant to be one. In the heart of Atlanta, where the streets are alive with hip-hop beats and ambition permeates the air, there was a love story that garnered a lot of attention. Rapper Lil Scrappy, a budding talent, found a partner in Bambi Benson, a stunning model and businesswoman, and they became one of the most talked-about couples in the entertainment industry. Their relationship was featured on the reality TV show Love and Pop Atlanta, which allowed viewers to witness their tumultuous romance and highs and lows. For a while it seemed like they had everything. Scrappy's vicious, unrepentant rhymes were balanced by Bambi's poise and grace, which grounded him. They were the perfect combination of fire and grace. But like many partnerships that are closely examined by the public, theirs wasn't without its challenges. Due to the stress of constantly being in the spotlight and the acrimonious arguments that were publicly presented, accusations of infidelity began to surface over time, and eventually their love story ended. Losing Bambi was a blow for which he was unprepared, and Scrappy's public separation was unpleasant. The pain of losing her hit him hard, and his emotions were raw. Scrappy used to dominate the stage with his confidence in contrast to the harsh front he always carried. Scrappy's anguished and fearless demeanor was now forced to deal with the harsh realities of heartbreak. Unable to hide the anguish in his heart, he turned to his fans and shared a vulnerable side of himself that few had ever seen. He wrote messages full of longing and regret that talked about the void Bambi left in his life and the emptiness he felt without her by his side. In a heartfelt message, he begged Bambi to return to his life, requesting another chance. Presence in the background had a significant impact on his life, and Scrappy said her perspective was important. Mama D also wanted him and Bambi to figure out a way to reconcile. "You blocked her after me, and then you started acting cool again, so she wanted to know why." I was like, I don't even know what SC is. I'll tell you this. You're wrong because you were flirting with her for a very long time. You say I was flirting with her. Why? Was that wrong? I just wanted everyone to know that I can give a who's free to flirt with whoever she wants to flirt with once she feels their destiny is to be together. As he explained his mother's hope for family oneness, Scrappy's voice faltered, echoing the hopes of many who want them to be reunited. His mother's voice heightened the urgency of his cries, saying that you two belong together. However, Bambi's quiet strength kept her from reacting as Scrappy had planned. Instead, she acted dignifiedly, refusing to get involved in the public drama as Scrappy shared his innermost thoughts with the world. She continued to avoid the tearful posts and postings because it seemed like the healing process was already underway and she didn't need to defend herself. It's possible that she had already accepted the world's separation. But it wasn't the narrative of, as the week turned into months, there were rumors circulating about Lil Scrappy and Bambi's relationship status. And they were spotted together at events that only served to confirm whether time could mend the damage caused by treachery or whether the demands of fame had finally split them apart. There were stale rumors that they might be trying to patch things up, but neither Lil Scrappy nor Bambi publicly acknowledged their connection, leaving only a hush that hung in the air without any confirmation or explanation. Refusal as each of them focused on their separate careers. The tension left viewers wondering if the love they had once seen between Scrappy and Bambi had truly disappeared or had just been buried under the weight of everything they had experienced. Persistently put out new music, channeling his sorrow into his artwork. His songs were open and honest, revealing the pain and regret that had eaten away at him. As Bambi's life developed, she also continued to build her brand and dive further into her commercial endeavors. As the months went by and public attention increased, she worked tirelessly to carve out her own path away from the chaos surrounding her personal life and her while. Some people recognized that their chapter had finished and the two had moved on in different directions. Others clung to the hope that they would one day be reunited. Her strength during this time was a testament to her perseverance, but the memory of their romance endured. In his fragility, many were shocked to discover that Scrappy had a very human side that was capable of love. His mother's heartfelt words and his weeping for Bambi too. Returns still resonate in the hearts of people who had seen their love story. As he did his best and was willing to take responsibility for his faults, Bambi found her own place in the world. Her journey was one of self-discovery and empowerment. As the years went on, the tale of Lil Scrappy and Bambi changed without being characterized by the man who had once been everything to her. Beyond a simple public display to serve as a reminder of the challenges of love, the importance of bettering oneself, and the potential effect of family on one's decisions, Bambi's journey symbolized strength and independence, whereas Scrappy's tale showed the sensitivity that comes with love and grief. In the end, it was uncertain whether they would finally find their way back to one another. But the love they shared, the lessons they learned, and the heartbreak they experienced may have been what made their stories so unforgettable. Their connection had changed them both irrevocably. Experience would always be a part of their unique legacies expressed in the music they made and the lives they led. I don't ask for one, but I ask my M to leave, and I'm being serious right now. I was crying on the floor. And I'm telling you this because I have people trying to get in my business about the baby and other things. Our baby mama is mad at me, and then my mama's upset because she's going through it. I mean, what's the point of saying all this? I feel like I'm robbing myself of moments in my life because I'm loyal to someone who never really held me down in any way. Scott, why do you talk to her all day? That's what she does. Last night I told her I was going through something. I mentioned that I was trying to figure out what was going on with my mother, who was dying. You're being really dramatic. I'm just having a quiet time and I don't even want to do this. You've talked about me to everyone around me, Mother. But you know what? You know that I'm not going anywhere. And that's why you're angry. I'm not angry with you, B. I truly love you. Truly love you.